Hey there. Welcome back to the Golfweek Amateur Tour, the podcast. Chris, should we tell people how to join the tour?
Of course. Whether you're a seasoned member or just tuning in to learn more, we're here to help you dive into the ins and outs of the tour. If you've been on the fence about joining, there's no better time than now. It's a fantastic way to play competitive golf, meet other passionate golfers, and step up your game.
Registration is open. All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net. Click Join the Tour button and pay your local tour's membership dues.
And if you want to keep up with all things Golfweek Amateur Tour, make sure you're subscribed and listening to the podcast on your favorite platform. Don't forget to download each episode, share it with your golf buddies, and if you're enjoying the show, drop us a like and a review. Your feedback helps us grow the community and reach more golfers just like you. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get into today's episode.
Welcome back, Chris. Hope you're feeling better.
I am. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but everything's working out great, and glad to be back on, ready to start playing some golf again.
Yeah, so sorry you missed the Tupac Open, but the more important thing is you broke the first rule of being sick. You got everybody else sick.
Actually, I was the one who got sick. I didn't break the rule. I tried to avoid it so I could go play at Tupac, and that it caught up to me.
Well, the good thing is you're feeling better.
Because you Hawaii.
Yeah, you don't want to be sick for the big trip.
No. I'd be very depressed at that point. I'd still go, but I'd be very depressed.
Well, let me. That's a long flight, and being sick from a long flight like that would be.
Take some NyQuil on the way to board. Well, knock out before the instructions that nobody listens to is done.
Oh my God!
And then wake up. Did you know? So 1 year coming back from the TPC Scottsdale Regional, I hurt my back. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I had to withdraw after 5 holes, and I couldn't even. I was laying on the floor in a tee box the second day trying to help pace a play. And
all I was doing was hold people up because they're looking at you. Why are you laying on the ground? Get up.
Well, no. So it's one of the holes where it's super short, so everyone tries to drive the green. Mm-hmm. So it was a matter of me trying to be, hey guys, I'll wave you down if we're gonna hit onto the green and let them hit on, and then you guys putt out, type of thing. But at one point I was just laying on the ground, like, all right guys, come here, let me tell you what we're gonna do.
Red flag.
But anyways, I got some very nice muscle relaxers for my back for the flight home, mm-hmm. And the flight attendant had to come and ask me if I was getting off in El Paso because the board has deplaned, and they were going to let the next group of people up.
Yeah, I think I'll get off.
And I'm like,
oh my God.
So I was out from the second I hit that seat, apparently, until she realized that there was one person still on the plane, and they had nobody on the carryover.
Dude, that's awesome. So that is awesome.
I've done it before. I'm not afraid to do it again.
Well, quick story about my worst flight. So I was in Thailand. I did some teaching over there. I was over there for a few weeks doing some teaching. Last night there, we went out and, did what we do, and didn't really go to bed because I had an early flight. So I get to the airport, and for some reason my ticket was canceled.
Oh.
And I'm kind of in a state of somewhat drunk, somewhat hungover, right. Very tired, shocked. So what ended up happening, they did let me go. They did rebook a ticket. They rebooked a ticket. And then I go, and you actually have to pay money to leave the country. I didn't know about. So I had to call my handlers back.
Jesus.
Had to pay money. And then I get on the plane, and it's a jump seat. A backwards facing jump seat. So I was on that from Bangkok to Tokyo, Japan. and it was not fun, dude. It was not fun.
That's
It
you
was
get
not
for
fun.
canceling it.
I didn't. It was I didn't cancel it. It was some sort of, crazy mix up. Why would I cancel? Why would I cancel my flight back from Thailand? I want to go home.
I don't know.
But it was bad, dude. It was bad. It was bad. Anyway, well, we got a really good episode. I don't think anybody really wants to listen to our travel
No,
escapades.
I mean we have some stories.
We
but
we do. We really do. But we got to, like usual, we've got a really good episode. We got our June member of the month. We've got a tour director who we've never spoke to before, who's got a really interesting story. He's got a fun job. You guys are gonna love it.
yeah, I can't wait. Let's get started.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Golfweek Amateur Tour proudly presents Golfweek Amateur Tour, the podcast, talking about all things Golfweek Amateur Tour, including interviews with tour directors, players, and course professionals. Now here are your hosts, Tim Newman and El Paso Las Cruces Tour Director, Chris Rocha.
Tim, we're back at it. Another episode. I can't wait. I think for this one at least, I'm excited for our June member of the month, and I think this year we're on the right track.
I do. I agree. I do think we're on the right track. Yeah, this is a good one. Not the other ones haven't been good. They've all been good, all been deserving. Right. But this is a good one. Just the same. A lot going on. This weekend is supposedly it's has the most events of any other weekend of the year.
It's our golf solstice.
Yeah, how about that? So I'm hoping that as you're out there playing, you've got the podcast going. Listen to the podcast as you're playing golf, and if not, what are you doing?
Right. That should be top of mind. But when we start laughing like crazy, don't blame us for you missing a bad shot.
You don't.
Throwing you off.
Not my fault. I'll take blame for a lot of things, but I'm not gonna take blame for that. How about that?
Okay.
So,
that will hurt
so
a little bit, but we'll go with it.
I know. Are you have something this weekend?
We had one event. Yep.
Okay.
This year was kind of interesting. So, granted, we have as tour directors, we have the power to make our schedule, right? And we try to avoid holidays, especially Mother's Day. Father's Day we can play on, but Mother's Day we try to avoid. I try to avoid Masters weekend because, everyone really wants to watch the Masters, the best major of the year. But this year, for some reason, I scheduled events on my son's birthdays.
You're going to hell.
And yeah, so
no, but you're not, because you're taking them to Hawaii. So
right. So I think that kind of helped out. But I thought it was pretty funny because you look at we look at the whole year and we're like marking the dates that we can put before we even call courses. These are the dates that we're going to use, and we're going to see what we can follow, where everybody can fall into place. And yeah, it just happened that those 2 weekends were available, and we needed to do something. And sorry guys.
Hey, get over it.
Yeah.
Grow up, man. God. Oh man, it is what it is. I'm taking you to Hawaii. Get over it. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's because here's the reality, right? If you don't book it on that weekend, then you're stuck doing it on a weekend where membership isn't going to come out and play. Again, whether it's a holiday, whether it's
Right.
Father's Day, 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, Easter, whatever that is. And, again, if we take everybody's schedule into account when we do the calendar, do our schedule, then we end
won't
up
have a
with like two tournaments. Right.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, but I thought it was pretty funny that they've landed on both their birthdays, and who knows if it'll ever happen again.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool. So my oldest, the member, is saying happy birthday to him because we were out of town, and he really enjoyed that. And my youngest, he'll just have to celebrate in Hawaii, I guess.
Yeah, he'll be okay.
Oh, shucks.
Well, again, we've got a good episode this week. June member of the month, and then tour director. We haven't had one ever. And here's I meant to bring this up. He's done something that you and I have not.
A hole in one?
Nope, I've got a home one.
What the? I don't. Anyway,
What are you doing, man? What are you doing with your life? Make better choices.
not hitting greens.
He has a national champion.
Like he's won a national championship?
No, he
Or
has a
tour?
national champion. He has a national champion on his tour.
Nice.
One of our next guests also has. He's got actual multiple national champions. Let's just go ahead and bring him in.
You just rubbing it in.
Hey, I don't have any.
That's you.
I want one.
The closest chance I had was HB, and
All right, Chris. Let's just go ahead and welcome in our June member of the month. We've got it's our first female, which is as far as I'm concerned, it's
first of many.
yeah, that's a highlight for me. I love that, and she's a familiar name. You and I haven't talked to her before, but she won the Icebreaker Regional, so she's had a segment here on the podcast. Let's go ahead and welcome in from the Arkansas Tour, Traci Taylor, and the Arkansas Tour Director, Jerry Homashak. Guys, welcome to the show. There we go. Hold on.
One more.
I get these pop-up things over my buttons. Yeah, that's what we want to hear, right? I get the pop-ups over my buttons. Traci and Jerry, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming on and spending some time with us. Traci, we've known each other for a few years, and we'll get into this as we go on down the road here. But I love it when females win tournaments. I love it when they win regionals, and to have you as our first female member of the month, it just makes my day. So congratulations.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Well, the first thing I want to do, just like we've done with all the others, is I just want to read the nomination that Jerry sent in, and Chris, we've talked about this before. The nominations that we get, most of them are really, really good.
Right.
This one is the same, and it's given us a little bit of an opportunity to see a little bit even more behind the scenes than what we have. When we're talking to players and we're talking to tour directors across the country, we're learning a lot, but to see some of the things that individual tour players are doing that we don't know about has been great.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the way that they get worded and presented to us, anyone can be selected. So it has been cool to see how this new contest that we've had kind of has evolved throughout the months.
Yeah, so let me just go ahead and read this real quick. Now, this is from Jerry. I would like to nominate Traci Taylor from the Arkansas Tour. Now, Jerry, I don't know why you had to mention Nick in here. This is all about Traci. This is Traci's moment here. But this is what he says. Traci and her husband, Nick, have been on my tour for many years, and they've never missed a tournament. She started in D flight and has been moved to C flight this year. She plays in every event and multiple regionals every year. She won the Icebreaker Open in January of this year. They never missed the tour finals, and she has brought at least 5 other ladies to the tour.
Nice.
She is very active on social media and always has pictures and videos from every event we play. Everyone loves to play with her, except for Nick. They play together every day. She's always talking up the tour and is a great ambassador for our tour. So, Traci, thank you so much for all that you do, and congratulations. And again, I'm going to mention Nick in a minute, but this is your moment. And again, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jerry, talk a little bit more about Traci and some of the other things that she brings, and maybe some of the other intangibles, because again, we'll get into how many rounds she's played here in a little bit, but you're right, she never misses, never. So what are some of the other intangibles that she brings to the tour outside of, the enthusiasm and recruiting players?
Well, Traci, and I don't remember exactly how many years, but has relatively new to golf. If I remember correctly, just 3 or 4 years?
She joined the tour in 2019.
Okay. And I think that's basically about when she started playing golf. So it was fairly new to her. She's a big runner, does a lot of marathons, cross country type stuff, and
Wow.
so always been very athletic. And that, I believe, one of her goals was to run a marathon in every state. I think you've accomplished that, haven't you?
No.
She's
Still
getting close. But she's just great. Her enthusiasm is fantastic. She always tries to get better. Not only does she play on our tour, she plays on women's tours, and they literally almost play every day, if I'm not mistaken. If they don't play 5 days a week, I think she's sick. Something's wrong somewhere. But she's just, she talks to other ladies out there, get them involved, get them to come on and join the tour, as well as men. Traci doesn't really like to play with ladies. She has told me multiple times, I want to play with the men, and except for Nick, don't want to play with Nick. But no, she loves to play with the guys. She loves to see if she can bring her game up to that level, which she has done. And getting promoted this year was fantastic. She's already won in the sea flight this year as well. So congratulations for that. So she's proving she can move up the ladder, but she's just great. She loves social media. So she's always, at the beginning, taking pictures with her and all the people in her group and her flight and putting that on and doing videos of the course and where we are and just things like that she loves to promote what we do and why we do it. And so she's just a super person.
Well, again, I agree with everything you said. And Traci, you've played in 121 rounds on tour since 2019, 121. When you figure, Jerry, I think you average like 12 events a year. Something like that.
On the regular tour, about 12 a year, correct?
Yeah. So it's 12 times 6 is 60. So you're doubling up. I mean,
Yeah.
not only do you not miss, you don't miss really a weekend. If there's another tour going on, you're there. If there's a regional going on, you're there. What was the thing that kind of really inspired you to not miss?
Well, in 23, Nick and I wanted to really chase the points. I believe it was in 23 that we set out and we were going to chase the points. And I got pretty close in 23, but then in 24 is when my game really turned around, and I started I initially had the goal is I needed to finish in the top 5. I wanted to be in the top 5 finishing, and if we looked at our schedule and we knew that if a regional was hitting when one of our Arkansas, we went to Texas and we played down there with the Texas crew a couple of times last year. And so we were just really chasing those points, and it paid off because I won D-flat points.
There you
So-
go.
And this year you're really on fire this year. I mean, you won the first tournament of the year, the Icebreaker in Hilton Head, with really kind of going away there as well. I mean, I don't, if I remember correctly, it wasn't really close, but you got bumped up to the sea flight you've won a 2-day event just recently, and you shot an 83, which I believe is your lowest round on tour. Is that your lowest round ever?
No, I actually just on 4th of July at my home course, I shot an 82 and won a flag tournament that we did at our home course for 4th of July. And I beat men and women there.
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But shooting an 82, it was pretty awesome.
That is awesome.
Tracy,
Yeah.
got a couple questions for you. First off, congratulations on being our first women winner. So I want to just kind of throw some questions at you. You know, have some fun with it. Figure it'd be something cool to do. But what's your favorite club in your bag right now, and why?
The one in my hand,
I like that one.
I like that.
always. But my putter, my putter is my strength of my game, I think. A quick fact about me is that I am blind in my right eye, and my ophthalmologist thinks that it is amazing that I can not only golf, but that putting is one of my strengths.
Wow, that's
Well,
pretty cool.
She's a
And
really good chipper of the ball as well, too.
as I did the stack system, and when I did the stack system, I gained about 30 yards. And since Jerry likes to make me play from the tips,
See?
but
Way to go, Jerry.
the forward tees all year round like I will at nationals. But no, and I love my driver and my putter for sure.
Awesome. Last question. If you could play any round with any golfer, who would it be? And don't say Nick.
That's a given. Like any golfer
Sure.
still alive, or
Doesn't matter.
I think Arnold Palmer would be pretty cool. Jerry already threw me out there where I don't like women. But Nick always calls me a tiger worshiper, so that's a one too, I guess. But I'd love Arnold Palmer. He's just got such a sweet spirit about him. I think he'd have fun too. But
So-
now, anybody on the Golfweek Amateur that I'd like to play, I like to play Tim. I'd like to beat him.
Oh,
Me? That wouldn't be hard at all. I'll stipulate to that now. You have to give me strokes.
See, I make her play those back tees, so when she goes to nationals, you boys better watch out. Come see flat people.
look at you.
Well, that's the thing though, Tracy. I mean, I think the breakthrough that you had this year at the Icebreaker, shows. I mean, you've been close a couple of times, but the breakthrough that you had at Icebreaker really shows that you can compete against the men in a high pressure situation, and not only compete but do well. 'Cause like I said, if I remember correctly, you won that one going away. I don't even think it was even close. And then to turn around and win another 2-day event a couple weeks ago, you're really building that momentum and that confidence to be able to go into nationals and put up a good showing. And again, the thing with nationals, I think everybody knows this. Anything can happen, but you have to put together 3 solid rounds in a row. That's what you have to do.
And it's going to be different this year because it's going to be 3 different courses each day. So that's going to be interesting as well.
Yeah, with Jen working for the national office, and I actually worked from home today, and I was listening to, she talks to players and tour directors pretty much all day long on the phone, and she talked to 2 or 3 players, from across the country, and they were raving about it. Really looking forward to the 3 different courses. So, whatever it takes to get people out there to come down to Hilton Head and have fun, I think it's going to be great.
I'm excited.
Do you know which courses you're playing?
I do. I'm going back to Golden Bear, which I
I
played
love that course.
last year. Country Club of Hilton Head, I think. And then I really wanted Robert Trent Jones, but Arthur Hills. I get Arthur Hills, Palmetto Dunes, Arthur Hills.
Okay.
Right? Is that one? Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
that's
that be like.
Pretty good courses.
Yeah. So Chris, my favorite courses
Are any course.
are pretty much anyone on Hilton Head. But of those three, I really like Country Club of Hilton Head, and I really like the Golden Bear. Hills is a great course. It's for me, it's a lot tougher of a course, but I really like Country Club, and I really like Golden Bear.
I have a funny story about Country Club Hilton Head. So the very time we came out to nationals, I want to think it was in 21, and so I played that course. And is there like Bear Track or something like that? There's another bear.
Yeah.
Another course got bear. Okay,
Mhm.
so I played those two. So my first day going to Country Club of Hilton Head, I had to pull up to the guard shack, and I have a hat on that says "Women Golf 2" or "Girl." It says "Girls Golf 2." My hat, and the guard said, "Are you here for tennis?"
Oh.
I pointed out my hat. I said, "Oh, I'm here for golf. I'm playing in the golf tournament." "Oh, excuse me, ma'am."
That's awesome.
Thought that was funny.
So who's winning between you and Nick now? I mean, your handicap, your tour handicaps, you got him, but are you beating him on a regular basis?
I hope
Please
he
just-
is watching this.
Let's
just say
hope.
yes.
But
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. I'm gonna give my husband a lot of grace. He had a heart attack last year,
Oh man.
I
and
didn't know that.
he did. And also his worst handicap is his temper. And so if I can get him mad, I can beat him.
There you go.
I guess it's not hard to be mad though.
All she has to do is make 2 putts in a row, and he's mad. So it's not hard.
I see he's got to worry about what he's doing, not what Tracy's doing, and he doesn't have to worry about it. So Tracy, I did not know that you were a marathon runner. How many marathons have you run?
So I've ran 6 full marathons, and I've lost count on half marathons. And the half marathons is what I was doing in all 50 states. And in 2020, I had 3 states to go, and COVID hit. And all 3 of my states, it was Maine, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. And I had already had them paid for, already had everything booked, flights and all of that. And COVID hit, and the races got niched. And so we took all that airfare and everything and put it to golf. And really, truly, I know a lot of bad things happened with COVID, but it really is what brought me into the golf world. I fractured my femoral neck inside my right hip in 2017. And Nick said then, "We're going to buy you better golf clubs, and you're going to golf more and run less." And that's exactly what happened. And I have since, in 22, I needed something to keep me going. And so I went and I did Rhode Island, and I knocked that off. So I still have Maine and Connecticut to do. But I just love golf, and I can golf 36 holes in a day, and I can walk home and still feel fresh. I couldn't go run 2 miles now, and I'd be dying. So I went too far not to finish that quest, and I will finish that quest, but it's not the it's not number 1 right now. So,
But that's still a great accomplishment. I mean, you're doing everything in all 50 states. That's an incredible accomplishment. Right? So when you do it, let us know, and we'll have you back on, and we'll see the medal from number 50.
we need to get a tour in Maine. We need a tour in Maine.
So that you can go play.
When I-
Nobody
No.
lives in Maine. You can play golf in Maine for like 5 days a year.
when we went and did Rhode Island, we actually then went up and we played at it was his brand new year at upstate New York. He had just kicked off that tour, and so we went and played with him and played a tournament up there. It was really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's doing a great job up there too. I think he's going to his 3rd or 4th year up there, and he's doing really well. But we need some dirt on Jerry. You know, when it comes to national championship time, one of the things you have to give us is some dirt so that when we meet as tour directors, you know, we can share this. So what do you got?
I call him Boss. Okay, that's his nickname. I've always called him Boss. But no, Jerry can throw the dirt out on me just like you can, Tim, because you have seen the ugly side of Traci before, and Jerry has definitely seen the ugly side of Traci a couple of times because I'm so passionate.
Exactly.
I'm passionate about the game, and I'm very competitive, and so when I don't have a problem speaking up for myself. Let's just say that. But Jerry, I got a good story about Jerry.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
So my very first win on the tour was in probably 23, maybe 21. It was Mountain Ranch, and and I come
Be
walking
careful what you
in
say.
the house, and I'm high-fiving everybody because Traci Taylor has just won her first event. And one of the guys in C Flight, nobody wanted to play with him. He was just very, very negative person. And he comes into the clubhouse and threatens to kick Jerry's hiney. And I'm being PG because I don't know if we're live or not. And in the middle of me high-fiving, Jerry flips that table like he was Jesus. And he starts storming him. And Chris Smith, which is one of our champions, is Chris Smith. He's champ, right? He's champ. He's a big guy. And I mean, he like barrels Jerry back and holds Jerry back while the little kid goes running out the door, mouth and everything. But anyways, that's one of my funnies about Jerry because it was right in the middle of doing high kicks. And
I ruined her day, or hopefully I didn't ruin it.
video.
It was really him. I don't know what his deal was, but he was calling me every name under the sun. He was.
He was.
I don't know sure what was going on, but yeah. Anyway, I ruined her day.
Way to go, Jerry. I mean, you're pissing everybody off.
I apologize. I think I even bought her lunch.
That's what tour directors do. We rain on everybody's parade, man. Forget it.
Hey, settle down. Settle down. Speak for yourself.
Hey, I've got stories on you too, so don't go anywhere. So Jerry, you always have good things going on in Arkansas, and I love some of the things that you're doing, and you're always on really good courses. Number one, how did you build that relationship with that one place where you have a lot of your tournaments? It's the community that's got all those really nice courses. How did that come about?
Yeah, it's called Hot Springs Village. And if anyone is coming to Arkansas, call Hot Springs Village and put you together a stay and play package for 4 guys or 74 guys. Doesn't matter. But it is a phenomenal community. Was built in the mid 1970s. The first course was built in 1976. But they have 8 courses, actually 9 courses. They have 8 courses available to be played by any member or guest in the village. And then they have a private club called Diamante that you have to be a member of, even if you own or live in the village as well. So you have to be. Me and my dad bought a lot in 1974 for $100 on the side of a mountain. It was an unbuildable lot, just so if they happened to do what they said they would do, we would have the ability to play and to use the facilities. So here we are, 50 years later, and we've got 8 golf courses. We have spa and fitness centers. We have 5 private lakes, 3 beaches, I actually own a condo in the village now since I live 3 hours away. So when I go down to play, I have a place to stay. I rent it out when we're not there. But it is 8 of the best golf courses you will find pretty much anywhere, especially in a state, in an area that literally you can drive 15 minutes and be at any of those 8 golf courses. And yeah, we play every one of them every year. 2 big 2-day events. We have one coming up at the end of July. If anybody wants to come down and play, it's a Sunday, Monday tournament. It's Isabella and Diamante, which is the private course in there. Top of the line. I've already got probably 10 guys from North Louisiana tour and the Dallas tour that come every year just for that tournament because of the quality of the courses and things that they're in there. And they're all just top notch. I mean, they're kept immaculate. And the prices really, to be honest, compared to most public or private courses anymore, are really fairly reasonable. I can get on most of the courses for about $80 a head, 80 to 90. Whereas, when we go to Maumelle or Hot Springs Country Club, these places, it's $100, $120 a round. So it's also very reasonably priced to be able to get that quality of a course and to play on them. So yeah, anybody's coming our way, I would highly recommend. But I've been doing that. I've been a property owner out there for 50 years. So, I've known those guys for a long, long time, had that relationship for a long time, and was able to get involved with them at the beginning of this tour, which back in 2012, they didn't allow a lot of outside play because the members got upset with people coming in and playing. And so I was able to do a lot of things that way that other tournaments and charity events and things weren't allowed to do. And now, to be honest, I'm kind of grandfathered in. Stay and play packages out there going for $120 a round, and I'm still getting 80. So I've been very fortunate and grandfathered and been able to get my guys on great courses at still reasonable prices.
Yeah, again, looking at your schedule and some of the prices that you have, really good. So like you said, you're on Isabella and Diamante at the end of July for 280.
That's not bad at all.
Well, and these are both like Isabella has 27 holes, so I can pick the rotation that I want. So we can change that up every year. And then Diamante is the private course. Now, Diamante, several years ago, was a host to the Buy.com tour, which is now, the
Ferry.
Corn Ferry tour. So they've hosted many championship tournaments out there and pro events as well. A lot of charity pro-am events out there where a lot of the big name pros and guys have come out and played. So it is a tough. Well, from the tips, guys, it plays 7,900 from the tips.
Jiminy Cricket.
And it is every bit of it. Yeah. The Diablo, they call it the Diablo. It holds 11, 12, and 13. It's a par 4, par 3. And it's 480, 474, and 225 from the tips.
Now just give me triple. I'll just take triple.
Yeah.
Triple.
And it's absolutely stunning. So it's a great trip. And on Monday, they're normally closed. So we're the only ones on the course. They'll open the bar for us. So they'll have drinks and hot dogs and stuff for us as well. And treat us pretty much like a king. And there's nobody on the course but us.
Nice.
That's awesome. Tracy, what's your favorite course to play on the Arkansas Tour?
Hot Springs Country Club. That's our end of the season tournament there, and it has 2 different courses. We play the Park course on the first day, and then we play Arlington. And I have named them the Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh.
Park is open and beautiful, and then you go over to Arlington, and it is a bunch of blind shots, up, down, all around. But that by far, Hot Springs Country Club is my favorite.
That's awesome.
And the side note, Hot Springs Country Club is one of the oldest country clubs. It's actually 111 years old. It has been in Arkansas forever. It has hosted multiple PGA events with Miller Barber and a bunch of the old guys that played. It is an old style you better shape the ball left to right and right to left off of each tee, because if you don't, man, you're in Pine Tree Central, buddy, and it's a long day. The greens are like playing at Harbor Town. They're small, every one of them. They're undulated, and when Barry wants them running 12s and 13s, buddy, it's a nightmare. And every year they have the U.S. Open qualifier there. And last year, U.S. Open qualifier, they took 3 people from there in that qualifier, and 68 was the best score, 4 under on that course, was some of the top people in the country.
That's crazy.
And the funny thing is, from the tips, the course is only about 6,700 yards from the tips. So about half the time, matter of fact, probably don't pull out your driver but 3 holes. The rest of the time, you better be hitting irons or hybrids, and you better put it in the fairway.
You better be smart and think your way through that. So,
Yep.
Chris, I would not do well. I would not do well.
You put the ball above the hole and Barry's got them rolling 13s, you will 3-putt all day.
I want to go play that now. That might be my Arkansas course, because I'm doing like you, Tracy. I want to play at least one in every state. So that might have to be the one I go to for that.
Either come for the finals, that's our tour finals every year in September, or come to the Isabella Diamante. I'm telling you, either one, you will thoroughly enjoy yourself.
Chris, you're going to be in Hawaii during that one, aren't you?
I'll be in Hawaii during that one. I got to knock out that state real quick.
Oh, I'll go with you. I get Vic to run it. I'd go to Hawaii with you.
Yeah, but I'm glad you brought Vic up. I mean, because he's doing a really good job with Senior Tour. That when Chris and I talk about, so I heard this, I heard that, and then we talk to players all over the place, and hear really good things about Vic all the time.
Yeah, Vic's been with me since my second year, I guess, 2013. He's just super. You don't meet a better guy. And it's just that simple. And he's taken over the Senior Tour this year because I've got some family issues with my parents. It's very similar to Jennifer and Dennis's situation with her parents. I've had to take over all their finances, that type of stuff. And my daughter had twins, so I have year-old grandbabies now, which I'm enjoying spending time with. So Vic's taken over the Senior Tour, doing very, very well with it. And are you playing on the Senior Tour, Tracy?
No, because I still work.
Yeah.
I'm old enough.
Well, I thought you were 48.
Wow.
But I've got a bunch of that.
I wasn't going to ask.
I got a bunch of people like Tracy that would love to play on both tours, but the Senior Tour, a lot of these guys, they're playing on private golf courses, which means they can only play on Mondays.
Right.
And so a lot of my people are still working and have the ability to take off every other Monday to play on the Senior Tour. So he's doing well. He's got about 100 members, and he's averaging about 30 or 40 guys a tournament, which is great. But I think that's only going to get better and better because a lot of my guys have been with me 15 years, and they're all turning that 50 now and starting to move into that sector. So, I'm seeing a lot of them going to defect on me and go over to Vic's tour.
Well, Jerry, Chris and I talk about that a lot. If we don't get younger as a tour as a whole and start attracting, younger men and women to begin with, across the board, and more women, we're gonna struggle, and that doesn't just go for us; it goes for golf, across the board. We obviously have some limitations with costs going up, and those types of things, but we have to find ways to attract that younger crowd, that younger demographic, again, both male and female, and get them in so that when the 50 and older crowd really do move on to the Senior Tour, we're just backfilling.
Yeah, and it's that's a tougher thing to do when you're already 60.
Yes.
Right. If you're a tour director and you're 30, you're out playing with those guys and you're seeing those guys, and you have that opportunity. When you're 60 years old, you begin to have to rely on other guys on your tour to do that promotion for you. And you can do all the social media things and stuff that you want, and we try and we do a lot of that. But you got to have that word of mouth. And as I'm getting to the point where I don't play with those young guys on, unless it's in the tournament.
Right.
Then it gets tougher to do. And I know same way with Traci, like trying to recruit ladies. She's done great with bringing, I don't know, like my next tournament at Eagle, I think I've got 7 ladies signed up. I think there's 7 playing. And she's done great with bringing a bunch of them, but she's kind of in the same boat. How do we get with her? I mean, how do we get younger ladies involved when it's probably not, she doesn't probably play with a lot of 22 or 23-year-old ladies very much. So she's in the same boat I am. We can talk and promote a lot and we try, but unless you're playing with those age groups, it gets more difficult.
Yeah. And I, if you look across the landscape from a tour director perspective, and Chris, I'm going to pick on you a little bit. I mean, Chris is younger. We need younger tour directors like Chris. And we do have a bunch, across the country that really are doing a nice job of getting that younger demographic. And, we have female tour directors now, whether it's Michelle, whether it's Gina, two's better than one, but, would like to have more than that. Right. Obviously to again, help bring things along. And one of the things that we also have Patina and Marty, and, wives help out a lot. But one of the things that we did that I was very purposeful of doing when we first started this was have Jen be a big piece of it, so that she was very visible. And that was done on purpose to help attract more females involved in the tour.
Right.
I think to get more females involved in the tour.
I mean, Traci may have some ideas that are different from mine because, I mean, she's done a great job, like I said, bringing, and I know she's brought a lot of ladies because they are ladies that she plays with. I mean, like I said, she plays 5 days a week. I mean, she's at Hard Scrabble one night, she's at Eagle Crest the next night, she's at Ben Gearin the next night, she's at go to Conway. I mean, they're playing and her and Nick play in couple tournaments and things all the time. So she plays with a lot of ladies. So maybe she's got some ideas that I don't, but I don't know how to get really to that younger crowd. I wish I did. I've got a couple of, like, I guess Reagan's probably what, 30, 28, 29, 30.
That's awesome.
I've got a couple of younger females that are on the tour. She's been on my tour since she was what, 20, 21, 22. I mean, she's been on my tour a long time. Her dad played, and her mom played, and her now husband, that's how they met, I guess, was on the tour as well too. So, but maybe she's got some ideas that I don't. But yeah, I mean, how do you get the ladies to come out?
Yeah. It's a work in progress, and we're not alone in this. It's not just indicative of us. It's across the board. So, well, Traci, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Congratulations. And what's your next regional you're going to be at?
American Dunes. We
Nice.
Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
One of my
I know.
favorites.
I know. I loved it last year, and I was
Oh, that's right. You were there last year. That's right.
I was like, we have to go back.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the tee, and I get to play from the forward, so I'm like, yes.
She's gonna win. All you sea flight guys better watch out.
Well, Traci, I'm just telling you. I mean, you keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to be in the B flight in no time at all.
I have 2 ladies in my B flight.
He does.
I have an A flight lady, 2 B flight ladies, 2 C flight ladies, and about 5 or 6 D flight ladies. I don't know this for a fact, but I probably have one of the largest
You probably do.
film of memberships because I have a minimum of 10 or 11 ladies that play all the time, and in different flights. So I have some really good female players on the tour, which is pretty exciting.
That's awesome. It really is. But again, thank you guys both so much for joining us. Traci, congratulations. Jerry, thank you so much for nominating Traci. I love it, and we'll see you guys here real soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Don't hang up. Don't hang up.
Don't hang up. Let's take a break from the show to hear about Strixon's ZX Mark II irons.
A great iron set needs more than good looks. It's gotta be fast and gotta be pure. But good looks never hurt either. The all-new ZX Mark II irons from Strixon.
Tim, we did it. We got our first female member of the month nomination. First of many, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But you always bring up we need to get more younger golfers and women involved on the tour.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the first step to doing that.
Yeah, and I don't know if you knew Traci before this, but she's awesome. She literally travels all over the place. And a funny story, she kind of ribbed me a little bit. When she says I've seen her angry, she was out at Whistling Straits. I don't know if she was there your year or the year before that. And the tee boxes were back a little bit too far, and she let me know about it. But she was right. I mean, the reality is, and you know me, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'll just say I'm wrong. And the reality is she was right. There was one hole I couldn't do anything about, and that was a real problem. But I didn't make any other adjustments or some of the holes where I could have made up for some distance to give them a little bit better advantage, better of an advantage. But she let me know about it, and again, she was right. But she's come, her game's come a long way. She's a lot of fun to be around. I'm really, really happy for her. It's good for her. It's good for the Arkansas Tour. It's good for the tour as a whole.
Yeah, and I mean, you bring it up. We try our best to make it as fair as possible for both the males and females. And I mean, I can only imagine how difficult it is for them to come to a tournament and think, oh man, I'm competing against all these guys. They're gonna out hit me. They're gonna do that. So we try to give them the best fairness as we can. And to see her come in and just start whooping up on these young guys and these men, it's nice to see. And I know I have my fair share of ladies on my tour, and to see them come out and win, that's a little more special. I think that's the right way to say it when you announce them as winners than anything else. Yeah,
and what everybody has to understand is we really do try and make sure that the slope and rating is equivalent. So it's not about the distance. It's not about anything other than the slope and rating of the course.
Right.
And it goes back to, if the slope and rating is the same and you're in the same handicap range, your 14 is the same as my 14.
Yeah.
How you get to your 14 may be different, but 14 is a 14. And so I generally don't listen too much to guys complaining about the distances, the distance, because if the slope and rating is the same and you're in the same handicap range, it is what it is. Play better. Play better.
For sure.
But we've got a really good guest to follow up with that. Somebody who's been around for a while, and we were just talking offline before we started this. I can't believe we haven't had him on, but there's a lot of tour directors we haven't had on yet. But he's got 2 tours, and we got to give the East Coast some love. East Coast doesn't get nearly enough love on this tour. We're always talking about people out in Texas and California and Arizona. Come on now. So let's go ahead and welcome in the Philly and New Jersey tour director, Tim Horan. Tim, how you doing, bud?
Gents, good to see you. Thanks for having me on.
No worries. Welcome to the show. And I give Chris a hard time because we do focus a lot on the East Coast, because that's where primarily the most of the tours are. But I also try and make sure that we spread the love around, and it doesn't become the El Paso show or the Atlanta show, and really get the whole country involved in this, because that's what this is really about.
I'm happy to be here and love talking golf and sports in general.
That's awesome. So are you in your 3rd or 4th year?
This is 5th year.
5th year. Oh my goodness.
So
we are going to hell.
First 2 years were Philly only. 3rd year picked up New Jersey, So this is my third year for New Jersey, but fifth year with Philly.
Wow, time flies, really, because I can't believe it's been that long. How long have you been with the tour overall?
Oh gosh, I played under the former director, I don't know, a few years before I took the tour over. So, 7, 8, 9 years. I was just a player, and I love operating sports events. That's what I do in my career, and it was a natural fit. And when the Philly tour became available, I jumped at it immediately. And with my background, it was a pretty quick interview with tour owner Dennis McCormack. He said, "Sounds like you can handle this. You're my guy."
Yeah, it's funny, as we look across, the country with tour directors and their backgrounds, you, me, and Dennis are really kind of aligned in where we come from originally and what our background is, and tell everybody what you do, because I think you have one of the best jobs in the world.
So
for your day job.
My primary source of income, I'm a partner in a business called Heyday Athletic. It's mixed gender adult sports leagues. And our demographic is 25 to 35-year-old young professionals. And we operate sports leagues and social events in Central Jersey, Philadelphia, suburbs, Lehigh Valley, which is Allentown, Pennsylvania area, and Wilmington, Delaware. So it's a pretty big area, and it's everything from touch football, volleyball. We run corn toss. We have Phillies tailgates. You see my Phillies banner. I'm a huge Phillies fan, and Phillies tailgates. And we run 2 great pub crawls a year. It's called the Kris Kringle Crawl, and we run a St. Patrick's Day Celtic Crawl. And that's what we do. I'm now 57 years old. I've been at this since 1998, and I make a living operating events and sports leagues and things that I would do. It's hard to call it a job, all the cliches of, do what you love, the money will follow. And if you're happy to get up every day and go to work, it's not really a job. And so I work hard, but I live a pretty charmed life with that business.
You do, and I see a lot of your Facebook posts and say, "Man, he's over there today. He's over there today. He's doing this. He's doing that." It's a lot of times, like you just said, we look at the end product and we see the fun, but the reality is what you do is hard work. I mean, when the back end, the part that people don't see, the coordinating, the recruiting, the scheduling, the staffing, all that stuff takes time, and it's really no different than putting on a tournament for Golf Week.
Right. And some participants who really take an interest in our business, whether it's my Heyday Athletic or Golfweek Amateur Tour, they get it. But a lot of guys think that, we show up half an hour before and throw up some banners and we run a tournament. You get up in the morning and you travel to the venue. I don't know how other directors operate. I pride myself on, I'm at the course minimum 2 hours before. I don't like setting up an event as the participants are coming, because now they become friends. They want to chit chat. You're getting your computer set up and you're distracted. I like my players to arrive and I'm all set up and I'm relaxed and I'm ready to chit chat with them. And so when you show up a couple hours in advance, and probably with all of our tours, our guys play entirely slow. So they're playing 4.5, 5 hours. Then you're paying them out their skins and prizes and taking pictures of the chance afterwards. And then you go home. It's a 10-hour day. And from Philly, or the suburb of Philly, I live in a town called Westchester, covering the New Jersey tour. When I go to North Jersey, up, in basically suburbs of New York City, it's 2 hours away. They're 12-hour days, and I'm happy to do it, but it's a grind. And but as recently as I had a tournament Monday, and it's very gratifying when the players say, "Timmy, thanks. And they shake your hand, pat you on the back, and say, "Thanks for all you do with us." And that's, besides the money, and we enjoy running events. That's why we do it, to provide a good opportunity for these guys to play friendly, competitive golf. We're pretty lucky being on this tour.
Yeah, we really are. Especially and Chris, you and I, we'll talk about this, as we wrap things up, especially with some of the things that people on tour are going through right now. Dennis and Jennifer are going through it. Chris is going through some things. I've got some family things. Everybody has something going on, and if we can provide some enjoyment, some fun, some getaway time from whatever shit it is that we're dealing with, for 5 hours on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever it is. Again, that's a big bonus for us doing this.
Absolutely. That's the basis of my Heyday Athletic as well. Americans, especially Northeast U.S., we're hardworking, hard grinding people. Again, another cliche: you work hard and you play hard, or you work hard all day and you need to blow off some steam, and you play a sport, or you work hard all week and you just want to get your golf in, but you're still a competitor, and you want to compete, and it's fun to deliver that for our guys. And I wish I was a better player, but I'm pretty much I'm a scratch event organizer and a 20 golfer, but it is what it is.
I thought you were going to say you were a scratch C-Flight player. Pretty good.
I'm not even C-Flight. And it's only getting worse. And but I will say that I'm scheduled on October 14th to replace my left shoulder. And I'm a natural lefty, but I hit a golf ball righty. And I heard it 42 years ago playing freshman football. And it's now no cartilage, bone on bone. So I'm going to miss our nationals this year. I'm sorry to miss it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But I need to get that shoulder replaced. It's a toothache every day.
Sure.
But if that's the worst thing that's going on in my life, I'm doing okay.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but I had my knee replaced. Was it maybe 2 years ago, whatever it was. And when I go in to see the doctor, he started running down the things that I've done, and basically he said, "Well, you've lived your life, you've used your body. That's what you're kind of what we're supposed to do." I'm 57 myself, so again, I think we're still too young to do those things, have a knee replacement or those types of things. But it is what it is. We've lived our life. We've used our body. Deal with it, get it done, and hopefully you don't have. I hope you don't have that shoulder pain anymore, and then you can get better at golf.
I hope so too. It's it's miserable, and I hope I recover fast. Did you recover quickly? I don't want to get I want to talk about the tour more, but did you recover quickly?
Quicker than I had expected. Quicker than I had ideally expected, but not as quick as Tim would wanted to. Because I just want it fixed. Wake up tomorrow, have it fixed, and then tomorrow I'm moving around. So, I mean, realistically, I still have some issues with it. Like, again, don't want to get into it too much, but I can't kneel. I can't run. They say I'll never run again, which that's a problem for me. But I'm still dealing with it. What are you going to do? So, but yeah, it was worth it. I can walk though. At the time before I had it done, I could barely walk.
Yeah, and you're pain free. So that's the doctor keeps saying quality of life, and that's what's most important.
Absolutely. So you really get on some really good courses, and it amazes me every year when your schedule comes out. I look at the courses that you get on. You get on some really good private courses that are hidden gems that if you're not from that area, you don't know anything about them. But I'm from that area, and I know the courses that you're on are really good courses. How did you manage to do that? Was that basically from contacts from your Heyday stuff?
Well, first of all, I started playing our types of tours in the early 2008, 2000. I played on the Golf Channel Am Tour for a while, and the main reason I joined it, I wanted access to private country clubs. So that tour had a couple private country clubs, and I'm saying to myself, man, there's no way I'd ever be able to play. It's called Concord Country Club in Westchester, Pennsylvania. I'm going to join this tour and go play Concord. And for years, I would join the tour just to play one event because I wanted to play this country club. And so then when I took over the tour, I took the philosophy of I want to offer our players the opportunity to play high-end private country clubs that they otherwise would never be able to play. And I take great pride in that. And that's a philosophy I've taken. Now, as we all know, COVID's the greatest thing to happen to golf since Tiger Woods. It's really tough in Northeast U.S. to secure weekend times at high-end public, and certainly the country clubs aren't going to give us Saturdays or Sundays anymore. And but I take great pride in offering these guys the opportunity to play wonderful golf courses with wonderful amenities, old school clubhouses, and most of them really appreciate it. And in terms of how I've gotten on them, my background, I'm an old school sales guy. I have the guts to just call them up and ask them, but I do have relationships. I belong to a club called Radley Run Country Club in my hometown of Westchester, Pennsylvania. Oftentimes I'll ask the pro, hey pro, can you call so-and-so? Do you know so-and-so at this club? And invariably he's been around for 40 years. So yes, I know him, and it'll get me on there. So, that's how I've gone about it, and that's how I've secured these clubs. And it is fun, and the guys they truly do appreciate playing these high-end clubs and using the men's locker room and the locker room attendant and getting their shoes shined and living the country club experience that they may or may not experience on a regular basis.
Right. And that's, being a tour director, that's what you really want to hear after the round. They come up and they thank you for getting on this course or that course, because they couldn't have gotten on it otherwise. That's something that at least for me, means a ton.
Absolutely. And it's interesting. We have a tour player named Ryan Nolan, and Ryan played for years on the Tidewater Tour when he was still in the military. And he moved up to my area, and he just raves about Northeast U.S. courses. He absolutely loves our courses. He said, down south, I've never played courses like this. And, there's old school, and Philly has a rich history of golf. And, Cobb's Creek golf course in West Philly is being renovated, supported by Tiger Woods and Jordan Spieth. And we're hoping to get on there. And it's honestly one of my favorite aspects of the tour is creating the schedule and sharing it with the guys. I say guys because we really don't have any women on my tour. I think I've had maybe 2 or 3 to play all over the 5 years, but delivering these courses to the players, like, oh my gosh, this is the best schedule I've ever seen. I can't wait to play this course, that course. And it's extremely gratifying doing that.
So what is not from the tour director perspective, but from the player perspective, what's your favorite course that you play on the tour?
Gosh, it's funny. I made a call. We haven't played there since 2021. There's a golf course called Manufacturers Golf and Country Club.
Yes.
And it's colloquially named Manny's. And Manny's was built in the early 1900s. Literally, Philadelphia owners of manufacturing facilities wanted a country club. So they built Manufacturers Golf and Country Club. It is so old school. It's just a wonderful layout. Couple aspects I really love. It has two greens on number 18. Number 18 has a large elevation at the end of the fairway, and at the top of the fairway there's a green, and then there's a lower green, and they just alternate. I don't know the history why they built 2 greens, but it's pretty cool. One year they may say you're playing lower green. This year we're playing upper green. On the side of the hill is so steep, it has a trolley that your clubs go up on a cart, and you can take this this trolley, sit on this trolley and go up the hill. I love locker rooms. And I took a picture of manufacturer's locker room, and it's just old metal cage lockers. And I sent a picture to my wife, Kelly. I said, Kel, look at this locker room. It's freaking awesome. She's like, that's ghetto. Like, that's, I said, they have metal lockers. That's ghetto. I said, that's not ghetto. That is classic. Old school Northeast U.S. Country Club. So manufacturers is my all-time favorite. And then I'm always proud of my club, Radley Run Country Club. It's in Westchester, Pennsylvania. It's only, we're celebrating our 60th anniversary this year. It's only been around since 65, but the course was built on land that was part of the Battle of Brandywine. And ironically, the Battle of Brandywine was fought on September 11th, 9/11, 1777. So this country got its ass kicked twice on 9/11, 1777 and 2001. So I love my club. I'm extremely proud of our golf course. It's extremely challenging. It's rolling hills in beautiful Chester County, Pennsylvania, and our players love it. And I love to show off my club and always have an open bar for at least one or two drinks for the guys, and give back to my club and show off my club. I want them to hang around afterwards, and we always have a good time at my own club.
That's awesome. So I've heard of manufacturer before, and I've heard nothing but things like you just said, how wonderful it is, how old school it is. And I've heard of Radley Run as well, kind of same things. Had an opportunity to play there probably 15 years ago, and I turned it down.
Manny's or Radley Run?
Radley Run.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I spent almost 20 years in York, Pennsylvania as a college professor, so, going back and forth in that area, a lot of my students come from that area, so I would play with them over there a lot. But yeah, you're on some really good courses. Love it.
What's strangest, this is the strangest thing about Radley Run Country Club, our logo, I meant to wear a Radley shirt today, but our logo is a Hessian soldier. And King George, when he wanted to fight these colonists that were giving him problems, he had other battles. He was battling in India and so forth. So he said, let me hire these German mercenaries to go over there and get those colonists in line. So he hires these Hessian soldiers, these German mercenaries, to go over to the colonies to fight. And for whatever reason, the developer of the neighborhood around Radley Run used this Hessian soldier, the enemy, as its logo. So the neighborhood was built, then the country club was built, and the country club decided to use the Hessian soldier, the German mercenary, as our logo. It's very strange, but it is what it is. But we do have some members that refuse to purchase apparel with the Hessian soldier on there because it's the enemy. It's like that. It's like having the Taliban as the logo. It's very weird.
Yeah, but you're at a point now where it's not going anywhere, right?
No, it's after 60 years. Well, we do have a secondary logo. We have blue, white, and red flags. Our blue flags, it's blue with stars on it, and that was the flag of General Washington's headquarters. The white flag is white with a fleur-de-lis on it. That was General Lafayette's headquarters flag. And then our red flag, it's red, and in the top left-hand corner has stars in it, and that was the Battle of the Brandywine flag. So we are rich in American history and Revolutionary War history, and that's one of my favorite aspects of our club as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, of your remaining schedule, what's one from each tour that's a can't miss if you got people traveling in?
Gosh, well, the main one it's coming up. TPC Yasna Polana. Interestingly enough, it was recently purchased by Concert Golf, one of these conglomerates and probably private equity funded businesses that are buying up country clubs. So TPC Yasna Polana in New Jersey. It's a dual event for Philly and New Jersey, and it's expensive. It's a $295 entry fee for one day of golf, but the players are coming out again because there's no way they're walking on Jasna Polana by themselves. So that's the crown jewel of the remainder of our schedule. And I'm proud to, again, I'm so proud to just deliver it. And, the guy says, how'd you get us on there? I said, well, I'm an old school sales guy. And, I have my Irish heritage. I give them the Irish blarney, and I seem to talk my way into getting on some of these places.
Hey, but that's also the key, though. If you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Right.
So, well, Tim, thank you so much for spending some time with us today, and I really do appreciate it. Sorry we're gonna miss you in Hilton Head, but you gotta get that thing fixed.
My pleasure, and Chris, nice meeting you. Tim, always good to see you and be in your company, and hello to that Jen Newman as well.
I'll let her know.
All right, guys.
All right, take
All right.
care. Let's take a break from the show to hear about Srixon's ZX Mark II drivers.
ZX Mark II drivers are for major players, major winners, major power. All new ZX Mark II drivers, only from Srixon.
Chris, we had Tim Horan for the Philly, New Jersey tour director, and like I said, it's the first time we've had him on, and we were talking before we recorded. It's funny how there's still so many tour directors that we haven't had on yet. We get members from most of the tours. I don't think there's any tour that we haven't had a member on yet. But tour directors are a little bit different to get on. If we get new ones on, obviously we get them on right away.
Right.
But as we look at it, we gotta get more tour directors on, and especially Tim. He's a unique guy. I mean, some of his skill sets and what he does. I really like that he puts together fun and games for a living.
Yeah, it's when you find something that you enjoy and you're
Yeah.
passionate about it, it's a lot easier to do. And he's found the recipe for success, I guess.
Yeah.
And obviously it's gonna pay it forward when then you find something else that you can do on the side
Mm-hmm.
and you enjoy doing. So
Yeah, he's really good at what he does. Yeah,
he's running 2 golf week tours and a senior tour.
but it's doing what he would normally do when one day anyway.
Right.
And I don't know if you've ever seen some of his Facebook stuff. I mean, he's literally all over the place doing really good things at different places with all kinds of good stuff. It's fun to see. Let's just put it that way. And I mentioned in the opening, he's done something that you and I have not, which is have a national champion, and that was Dougie Phillips. I don't know if you remember we had him on, Dougie Phillips.
It's been a while.
I think he was like one of our first interviews.
Yep. That was
So
a long time
Dougie,
ago.
Dougie, we haven't. You're not cracking the leaderboard that much anymore, so maybe you need to get on and kind of explain yourself. So
He has no explaining to do. He's a national champion. He
can do whatever he
did
wants.
that. You do whatever
You do whatever you want. All right. So you're going to Hawaii here in a little bit, and I was looking at so people are gonna think I spend so much time on Facebook. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just talking about it. A couple things. So I really like what you guys did with your kids about going to Hawaii. They had to do presentations.
Oh yes,
Or-
yes.
That that was I loved it. And I think it was your youngest son who talked about he wanted to go to Turtle Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant to tell you, you have to go to Turtle Bay. That's not a want to, that's a you have to.
Oh yeah. We're definitely going.
And that's a course where you can get a caddy, and I would suggest that you do it. And it goes right out to the North Shore, And so I don't know if this is a time when the big waves are going to be there on North Shore, but I was there in early January one year, and talk about seeing some big waves.
Those are big waves.
Big wave. I mean, big waves, and you could see it right from one of the greens there. It's absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So,
I know we're going to the Turtle Bay Beach,
mhm.
so that'll be nice. I'll have to look up this golf course. I am playing Royal Hawaiian,
Okay.
which apparently the views are amazing. It's like you're in Jurassic Park playing golf.
Okay.
So that I'm for sure doing, but I know I have 1 or 2 more extra days to get around in here and there.
So you're not playing golf every day? What?
No, I would be
It's not-
crucified on the way back.
it's not-
Come on now.
Well, I do hope that you go to Pearl Harbor.
We are doing that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My oldest actually wants to do that, which is pretty.
It's pretty moving.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been, but it's pretty moving. So I hope you enjoy that. Hope you do get surfing lessons, and we're going to talk again before you go. But you know, these things keep coming up as you're getting closer.
Yeah. It's exciting, nerve-wracking, because I am taking my clubs, and you know, you miss a flight anywhere inside the continent of the United States, you can get them pretty quickly. When you're a change of flight and then a 6-hour flight after that, you're hoping that they can find them. So that's a little nerve-wracking, but we'll be all right.
You should be fine. Either that or send them ship sticks.
Yeah, I'll just put them right underneath me with my air tag, and I'll know where they're at.
Okay. I still can't figure AirTag out, but that's a different discussion. So we do have other June Member of the Month nominations, as always. Again, got some really good nominations, and I'm really glad that Jerry nominated Traci. I mean, I think that's phenomenal for her, for the Arkansas Tour, and for us as a whole. But let's go ahead and read the nominations from the other nominees. Okay, I'll start in Central Carolina. We would like to nominate Justin Robertson from the Golfweek Tour. He's an outstanding member of our tour. He helps with Facebook pages for both Golfweek and Senior Golf Tours. He takes pictures, makes videos, and posts them on our Facebook page and monitors it for us. That's Chris. That's a big job. I mean, that's a lot. You know that. He attends every tournament and helps out whenever he's asked. He loves the podcast and listens to all of them. Justin, thank you so much for listening. I do appreciate it. And now I really do appreciate it. He does a lot to promote the tour and has brought us many new members. He started our Player of the Month for our tour and gives each featured player a box of Srixon balls at his own expense. He has an awesome personality. Just turned 39 years old. He works for John Deere night shift. He got off work, raced home to take a shower with no sleep, and drove to make Bryans Park 2-day tournament. He truly exemplifies what our tour is all about and shines a light on the character of what we wanted players to have in our Central North Carolina tour. I've included a picture of his custom golf bag to show how much he loves and is invested in the tour. He even put the sponsor Srixon on the bag. Please consider Justin as Player of the Month. Justin, thank you so much for what you do. I really appreciate it. I know Chuck and Sala appreciate it, and the other members appreciate it. Keep up the good work, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
That's pretty good.
he doesn't have to go out of his way and do what he does for not only the social media, but I mean the Player of the Month, getting them a Srixon golf or a set of golf balls. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's solid effort right there.
Definitely. So from the Charlotte tour, I would like to nominate Vic Lawrence from the Charlotte. Oldest member on any tour, has been a member since inception of the tour. Plays in numerous golf week and senior events around the country. Big advocate for the tour, loves golf, always there to help if needed.
I know Vic. Vic, thanks for all that you do. I don't know why he's got to be thrown on the bus as the oldest person on tour.
Hey, they're just trying to put him out there like that.
Vic, keep up the good work,
He's
bud.
at least 30 years old.
Oh, he really is a good guy. Oh boy. All right, Indianapolis. Amal has done a good job with nominating good players, and he's already sent us one for July, as well, which is pretty solid effort too. So here we go, Player of the Month, Senior Tours, Dave Parker. We'll nominate Dave Parker, Player of the Month within the Senior Tour for June 2025. Throughout June, Dave has maintained a robust playing schedule, completing 8 rounds and include 2 regional tournaments, a round in another tour, and 2 local events. What's particularly noteworthy is his steadfast presence in every tournament of organized for the Senior Tour, as well as participation in Golf Week tours. His dedication is such that even our infrequent off weeks, Dave seeks out competitive opportunities in our neighboring tours. Furthermore, he has demonstrated a consistent commitment to the highest levels of senior competition, having played in every annual national tournament to date and with plans to compete in this year's event as well. Beyond his impressive playing record, Dave has become a natural advocate for both the Senior and Golf Week Tour, consistently sharing positive feedback and information with his fellow competitors in our tour, and also the player he played in within his home course. His genuine affection for golf is unmistakable, and his proactive engagement is precisely the kind of support that fuels growth in a smaller market like ours. There he goes with a smaller market again. His consistent involvement and word-of-mouth promotion are invaluable assets. In light of his steadfast dedication to playing, his consistent participation in national tournaments, and his efforts in promoting our tour, I strongly recommend Dave Parker for Player of the Month for June 2025. Another good solid nomination.
Yeah, I mean,
they're all good. They really are.
he just needs to get away from this small market stuff. He keeps talking about it. We've already had this discussion with him on air.
Exactly.
No more small market. And our last one, Nashville, D-Flight player Hamid Arab. Looks like he's a Golf Week and senior member.
Mm-hmm.
One of the kindest players I have. He is a player that everyone wants to play with. I originally saw him come in shooting well over 100 4 years ago. Don't have to call him out like that. And he worked hard to improve. He won his first D-Flight event last year, and you should have seen his smile. He knows all the rules, helps everyone in his group, and is one of the best at helping his group maintain a good pace of play. A true golfing gentleman.
It's awesome. Again, another really good nomination. It doesn't matter if you shoot 100. You do you, get better. I'm not going to 100 shame you.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're a good person on the course, I think that all that matters.
I mean, we got Scott-eyed, old people shaming people,
100's just a number.
100 is just. I'm just going to keep it to myself. It is what it is. Oh boy, oh boy. While we're talking about, Player of the Month, I was following Joe Jaspers as he played in the U.S. Senior Open. Mm-hmm. At one point on Friday, he was a low amateur. And he was right there. He was right on the cut line. And didn't make a cut. Kind of fell off after, I think, the 12th hole, but he was right there.
I mean, he got to compete with
Yep.
some of the best on the senior tour.
That's
So can't really
no.
be upset about that. And I would assume they make that course as difficult as they make the U.S. Open.
I'm sure.
So
And you know they're playing. I think they played 700. I was 700.
700 yards. Wow.
That's far.
Sign me up.
I think they played right around 7,000 yards for seniors.
That's not terrible.
For seniors,
I know.
I mean,
Our seniors don't even play 7,000 yards.
no, I mean, you know, so you're
Granted, our golf week does play that, and he still wins a lot.
Yeah.
So good for him.
But God bless him. God bless him. You know, keep up the good work, and you know, we'll see. Hopefully we'll see Joe. I know we'll see Joe at National Championship. But
We'll see him up there on the leaderboard. That's the key.
absolutely, and hopefully he'll go for something again next year and see what happens.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Golfers like that, they're constantly looking for ways to show off their game.
Yeah.
Whether
Well, but it's not really showing off. I mean, it's just trying to beat the best of the best.
for us, it's showing off. For them, it's just another day on the course.
Right. I mean, if I could do it, heck yeah, I'd do it. You know, but
That's one of my goals is to one day be able to compete for these types of events.
no. I gave up on that a long time ago. When I realized I couldn't, even when I was playing a lot, I couldn't hit the ball more than 225, 230 yards. There's just no
Yeah,
way.
you gotta pound that ball out there.
You know, so is what it is, and that's okay. You play your game. You do you. So we've got this past weekend was big weekend. Most tournaments of any weekend all year. Got some good news out of the end of the day today. So for those that are aware, got good news, good result today.
Right.
Now on to the next phase, and we'll see what happens. But you know, please, you know, we're talking about this, Jennifer, right now. But you know, keep everybody in your prayers. You know, because before we got on with Tim, we were talking about a few things. Everybody has something going on in their life, or knows somebody who's going through some things. You know, if the tour can put a smile on their face, let's make sure we do that, and you know, circle the wagons as the tour family.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is.
I mean, that's what we've preached numerous times here. Is
Yep.
that's what we can do.
Yep.
And that's the least that we can do. And like I said, it brings a smile to their face. Can't do anything better than that.
Absolutely. So we still got the club raffle going on. Been kind of quiet. So I mean, if you want to set a Strix on irons, make sure you Venmo me, Tim NATC.
Just think about it. One ticket, $10, could get you a new set right before nationals.
Yep.
And we'll send those out real quick too. It won't be UPS 10 to 14 days. We'll get those to you in your hands before you even know it.
There won't be any dirt on them.
Plastic still on them and everything.
I'll leave them in the box. You know, we'll just ship the box. So this is what it is. What else you got, bud?
No, that's it. I mean, like I said, we're just focusing on having a good trip. Get back relaxed. Probably too relaxed, but ready to go.
Well, you'll ship the kids off to school as soon as you get back, so you'll be able to kick back.
Literally, the Monday we get back, they're gone. They're back to school. They got one day to rest from vacation, and they're back to school already.
Such is life. Such is life. Such is life. I will be going to the regional in Virginia Tech, so I'll see everybody there. Looking forward to that. It's a pretty big field. There's some good things going on there too that I'll talk about, when afterwards. I don't want to give too much stuff away, but it'll be fun. Won't be doing live interviews because Chris will be in Hawaii.
Yeah, sorry.
So
Sorry,
we-
that time difference will be a little bit different from the East Coast.
it
all
will
the way
be.
to Hawaii. Yeah, and I
It will.
mess
It
with
will
that.
be. So, all right, my friend. We got one more talk before you leave. So you rest up, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Be
Bye-bye.
safe.
Best of the family. Take care. See you. All right, that's a wrap for this week's episode. But Chris, after all this time, you would think we would remember this stuff.
We forgot to tell people how to register, didn't we?
Yep. Take it away.
Well, if you're not already part of the Golfweek Amateur Tour, what are you waiting for? Grab your clubs, join the fun, and see what competitive golf is all about. You can sign up today and start meeting some incredible folks who love the game as much as you do.
All you need to do is go to amateurgolftour.net, click the Join the Tour button, and pay your local tour's membership dues.
And hey, don't forget, if you're enjoying the podcast, you can catch us on all of the major podcast platforms. Be sure to download, share it with your golf buddies, and throw us a quick review if you're feeling the love. It helps us keep bringing you the good stuff and reaching even more golfers out there. Thanks for hanging with us, and until next time, keep swinging and having fun out there.
We'll see you next time. Take care.